Hi, and welcome to the tutorial on operating instructions for the Nevco MPCW6 scoreboard controller. Now, this is a scoreboard cue card that we have, a cheat sheet here that will be in each of the PAA basketball bags. The coaches each have one. This will help you go through all that you need to know. So the first thing is to set up the scoreboard controller, and that is already going to be set up in the gym for you. Now, one of the things that you need to do in step 2 is to plug it in down below. I just want to make a note that the scoreboard has a loose wire, a loose cord, and so it's generally something you don't want to move around with or kind of play with while you're sitting here, because it can be temperamental. But number 3, turn the controller on with the rocker switch. So over here on the right hand side, there is a switch that you're just going to toggle on. Now, we are going to be asked, do we want to start where turned off last? Press yes or no. Now, for the most part, we are all in basketball season, and the answer is going to be yes. So we're going to turn on or press the button yes. If you choose no, we do have the instructions on here for what you need to enter into at that point in time. But since we did press yes, we're going to move all the way down here to number 10. We pressed yes, and at this time the scoreboards will light. And if we look at the scoreboards, they are both all lit up. If you entered no, you must go back up to step 4, and it will take you through what you need to. So what we want to do now is number 11, set the length of time for the period. So the first thing it says here is a press set. So if I look at the controller board, we're going to press set. We're going to press time. Now we're going to enter the time in 4-digit format. For example, 5 would be 0500. Now this is going to vary depending on what age group you are in. 3rd graders, 4th graders, 5th graders, 6th graders, they all play different periods. So be sure to check with your coach. For right now, I'm going to use a 6th grade time, which is 6 minutes. So I'm going to enter 0600. And if you look at the screen here, it will show that as 4 digits. And then I'm going to confirm that that is the time that I want. I will press yes. The next item to set is number 12. Set the period. Press 1, 2, 3, or 4 and press yes. This must be done for each period change. Okay, so to set the period, it says here, I'm simply going to enter a 1 right now. And then I'm going to press yes. And if I look on the board now, I have my 6 minutes, and we are currently in period 1. Every time you have to reset the time, so at the end of period 1, you'll have to reset the time for period 2. You'll go through the same step again, and then at that point, you will toggle to press number 2 instead of pressing number 1, and so on. Now, the next thing we do want to do is we want to make sure that we have our everything else cleared out on our board, such as the home score, the guest score, fouls for each team. Those should all be zeros. So right now, we're going to move to number 15. I will talk about number 13 and 14 in a minute. Number 15, to add scoring, press either the home score or guest score and the number of points. So for example, I'm going to say home score, and I want that to be 0. Oh, well,
Set home score.
that was home score.
Set
Set
home score.
home score,
0, 0.
0-0.
Set. Yes.
And now if I look up there, thank you for the help, I now have a home score of 0-0. And to do the same thing now for the guest score, it's going to be set guest score, 0-0, and I want to confirm that. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the team fouls. So I need to set home team fouls at 0, and I'm going to confirm that with a yes. And I'm going to set guest team fouls 0 and confirm that with a yes. And if I look at the board, we are now all set and ready to go. When the game is working, I'm now going to talk, or when the game is in action, I'm now going to talk about this hand controller that is on here. Now the hand controller has a toggle switch, and this is the buzzer. When you press that, the buzzer goes, and it's going to go for the duration that you're holding on to the buzzer. The toggle switch operates the clock. Throughout the whole game, you want this to be held in your hand for the whole game. And don't set it down, because you need to react to the ref's whistle. So, the ref at the start of a game will do a jump ball. At that point in time, their hand is in the air, raised above them. Once the ball is in possession, the ref drops their hand. That is when you will start the clock. And all you did, and all I did, was press the toggle. Upon the whistle of the ref, you stop the toggle, and the board then stops. And again, start and stop of this toggle switch is on the ref's whistle. Again, the ball is out of play, the ref's hand is in the air, it is off. As soon as the ref, watch the ref's hand, as soon as the ref drops his hand, you start. The ref blows his whistle, you stop. Whatever the ref sets up and does, his hand is in the air. The minute the ref's hand drops, you start. He blows his whistle, you stop. So that's why it's real important to keep this toggle switch in your hand. Now the horn will sign off when the period time runs out. The horn is automatic, and then you just need to stop that. Or if there's a timeout, look at the wall. You either have a 30-second timeout or a full minute timeout. A half timeout is 30 seconds. There's a clock on the wall. We simply watch the second hand at about 20 seconds. Ring a buzzer if it's a half timeout. At about 40 seconds, 45 seconds, ring the buzzer for a full timeout. Then the coaches generally get back out on the floor. Now, to add a score. If we want to add a score, the easiest way to do that, let's say you're the home team, just scored a bucket. So we would like to add the 2 points for the bucket that they just scored. So we're going to go to home score, and we're going to put a 2 up there, and then confirm that. And on the scoreboard, we have the home as 2. Now let's say they shoot a free throw, and we're going to add 1 to that. We're going to go home score, and that's 1 that we're adding to that number. And if I look at the screen, it has 2 plus 1. I'm going to confirm that. Okay. Now, let's say I made a mistake, and oops, I added that 1 point to the home, but it should have been the guess. Well, I'm going to go set home score and make that a 2. And now we're back at 2. And now I'm just going to go to guest score. I have 0-0. That free throw went to them. So now I have 0 plus 1 Yes. And so that made the adjustment on the board. Home 2, guest 1. The next item to talk about are fouls, and you're going to enter and adjust fouls in the same manner you do the score. So to add a foul, we have home team fouls. Right now they're at 0. I want to add 1. I'm confirming that. And if I look at the board, then I have my 1 foul up there for the home team. And the same for the guest team fouls. Guest team, add a foul, confirm it. And if I look at the board, so the score is 2-1. We have 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first period, and each team with 1 foul. Now, a couple other items that are on our card that if you're feeling advanced and you feel you want to go there, you're more than welcome to. But generally for the PAA, this is where we stop. You could enter individual fouls if you want, and those are displayed on the board. You could enter the next possession, but generally we're going to be doing that with this yellow card, and we will go over that in a minute. And then the bonus light. This is one that you will want to use, is the bonus light. And this is when a team gets their 7th team foul, they then go into the bonus, which has to do with free throws. So to turn on the bonus light, press bonus twice, and then from there, press to toggle between the teams or turn it on and off. So I'm going to press the bonus twice, and then now the bonus is at home, or the guests have the bonus, or both teams have the bonus, or it's turned off. So that occurs at the 7th team foul. Again, if you have any questions regarding this, your coaches are here. All of the officials actually know how to use the board. There will be a partner with you at the scorer's table. And again, it's all spelled out in these instructions. And we thank you. It really is easier and than you think. And remember that you're sitting here doing this, and don't listen to those fans if they get angry or growl at you, because you're sitting here and they're not. So again, thank you very much. And if there's one more thing I can really stress, is keep this in your hand the whole time the game is going on, because this is the most important part. The rest, there's an official scorebook, but the stop and start of the clock on the whistle and on the ref's hand down, that's the most important part of the game. Thank you very much.